Hi guys, it's Becky from hairaccessories.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a different style of ribbon flower. We're going to be making petals like this. So what you will need for this is two different coloured ribbons cut to 4cm by 4cm squares, a lighter, some round felt for the back of the first flower, a clip, some felt cut to fit the clip, some ribbon to cover the felt, a tape measure, some scissors, a glue gun, needle and thread, and some flat backed pearls, just to add a little bit of bling to your ribbon flower. So first of all, you need to take your first piece of ribbon and just gently heat seal the ends. Try not to set it on fire. Now, you need to take your first piece of ribbon, fold it in half into a triangle, and then fold it in half again into another triangle. Now you want to keep that in between your fingers. You want to take your second piece of ribbon, fold it into a triangle, into another triangle, and if you can see, there are nicer edges at that you want to be at the front. So what you want to do is you want to have one ribbon with the nice edges facing one way and the other nice edge facing the other. Now you want to line up your triangles and then fold them into another triangle shape. Now you want to push your ribbon down in the centre, make sure it's all aligned correctly. Take your scissors, snip off a couple of millimetres at the end. Just give you a straight edge. Then you want to take your lighter and heat the ribbon and push it together. You may need to do this several times to make sure the seal between the ribbon is secure. Do be careful, it can be quite hot. You could also use some tweezers to help you push it into place. So once that's sealed, you want to take your scissors again and you want to cut diagonally along the back. So you want this part facing this way and just want to cut diagonally across there. It does have to get through a few layers of ribbon, so just gently snip your way through. Just straightens up the back edge. Now you want to take your lighter and heat seal all of the back. Again, pushing it together. You will need to do this a few times to make sure it's all nice and tightly sealed. Give it a slight push down and there is your flower petal. Now I've already made the rest of my petals. You'll need 8 for the main flower, which I have here, and you will need 6 for the two ends. So you will need 14 of one colour ribbon and 14 squares of the other colour. Now I'm going to take my needle and I am going to slide all of the petals onto the thread, making sure they're all facing the same way, so that when it comes to putting your flower together later, it's all forward facing. Try to get it as equal as possible when you're pushing the petals onto the needle, just so that when your flower comes together at the end, it's as symmetrical as it can be all the way around. Now once that's done, you want to cut off your needle and you want to tie this off as tight as you can get it. Now I always tie my knots at least 3 times, just to make sure that it's nice and secure and it doesn't pop back through the ribbon, obviously with the pressure of how tight you've tied it. Now again, cut off any excess ribbon, any excess thread, sorry. And arrange your petals. Can be a bit fiddly just trying to get it all in place. So what I'm going to do is turn the flower over, take my glue gun and the round piece of felt that we prepared earlier. I'm going to put a generous amount of glue onto this, smooth it over and push down onto the flower. Now as you do this, you want to turn it back to the front and try and get your petals exactly where you want them whilst the glue is drying. So I'm just going to set that to one side for a second and move on to my clip. Now again, I'm going to heat seal my ribbon. In fact, I'm going to make this slightly straighter. Now, I've cut my felt to match my ribbon so that it fits nicely inside and can't be seen. So I want to now take my glue gun and apply another generous amount of glue onto the felt. Spread it over. And press that onto the ribbon at the edge. Make sure that's pushed down nicely. Apply more glue to the other side. And push that down as well. And then finally you want to just attach that little flap over so it just hides as much of the felt as possible. Just like that. Now I'm going to set that to one side while I bring my flower back in. That glue is now dried. Now what I want to do is take 3 of my petals. I'm going to take the first 2 and I'm going to just bunch them up slightly, and I'm going to take a little bit of glue on the inner edge of one and connect it to the other one. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my 3rd petal and I'm going to apply glue to the ends, both sides this time. And now I'm just going to gently slot that in between the other 2. Just like that. I'm going to put that to one side, bring in my other 3 petals, give them a bit of a tap down, and again glue on the one side and push them together. And then glue on both sides and push that into the middle. Remove any excess glue as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ribbon covered felt and my flower, and I'm going to try and get that as central as possible, and then I'm going to apply glue to the back of the flower and push that central to the ribbon. Remove any excess. Now once I've done that, I want to put glue on the sides and the back, my 3 at the side, and I just want to push that just in there so it joins in with my other petals. And again for this one. And just want to push that in. Like that. Now what I want to do is bring in my little pearls. Now I've gone for 2 different sizes. I have 4 of the same size, which are, once I can get my tape measure, these are about 5mm, and this one's about 8. Now what I want to do is apply glue to the centre of the main flower. Push on that pearl. I also want to remove any glue that travels onto the petals before it dries too much. Next, with this one, I'm going to apply it just to the back. And I'm going to push it just in there like that. And the same for the other side. then for my final two, just going to push them just slightly above, covering that last joint. Same for the other side. Remove in any excess glue. And there you have your flower ribbon. Now what I'm going to do is take my clip, just check exactly where I want it. I'm going to apply a line of glue to the back of the ribbon. Smooth that all down. And now I'm just going to push my clip into place, holding it quite firmly to make sure you get a good seal between the two. And there you have it. Here is a different style flower ribbon. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I shall be back again soon for more. Bye!